What's up, guys? I'm the Dungeon Coach, and I am known here for making add-on videos, so it's about time to do a classic era add-ons video. Also applicable towards hardcore players that are interested in this whole hardcore craze that's going on right now. I just did a video on the channel explaining what hardcore is, setting up that add-on, all that kind of stuff, and how the rules work, because if you die, you have to delete your character. That's what I'm doing right here with a Shaman Tank. It's also a series I'm going to be doing here live on Twitch and YouTube, is this whole Shaman Tank series. It's going to be crazy, and hopefully I don't die. So anyway, the add-ons. I'm going to go through each of these add-ons. I'll let you know how important each one is. These are the ones I've used. I've curated this list down to just the ones that I think are important and the ones I actively literally use. When I say the add-on, I'm also going to say if this is tier 1 add-on, tier 2, or tier 3, just to kind of show how important it is, because we're going in alphabetical order. Because the first one is Atlas Loot. Atlas Loot Classic. It's very simple to be able to kind of pull up things and kind of see what they drop and stuff. This is another add-on for rares. But whenever you go to certain dungeons and everything, you're going to be able to see what the loot is in that dungeon. I think it's very nice to have Atlas Loot Classic. Also, at the end of the video, I'll give a whole list of all these things as well. Bagnon is another great one right here, to where I can just press a button and it opens up all my bags all at once. Now, I currently have my bags hidden right here, and this is Dominoes, which I'll talk about here in a second. But these are all my bags, and when you open your bag, it opens all bags at once in a nice little display right here. I have this key bound to F2, so that's very simple. F1 is character sheet. Anyway, I also have videos on key bindings, but that's a whole nother topic. And look, I have a little friend right here. Welcome to the video. Classic Bestiary is the next one. It's called Classic Bestiary, and what it does is it lets us be able to go and find certain creatures, and if you hold down control over the creature, you see in the bottom corner, it shows what its abilities are. So instead of just saying wolf, level 5 wolf, if you hold down control, it says they have a growl ability that drops the enemy strength or agility. A lot of this stuff I did not know. I've played Classic and I've played WoW since the beginning of Classic, real Classic, and I had no idea about that. So you hold down control over an enemy and it actually lets you know what's going on with that enemy. So that's really cool. Next one is Deadly Boss Mons. Again, that one's just going to be more so for dungeon thing. I could go without that. That was just an automatic thing that happened. Next thing is damage meter. I mean, you gotta have a damage meter, you know what I'm saying? I love having a damage meter. It helps with, you can also do some min-maxing stuff to be able to kind of check what you're doing and everything, of how much damage is coming from what, especially when you join a group, to know what kind of people are in the group that you're in the group of. That's a very classic one. Details damage meter. I'm gonna have a whole video on damage meters here later. Next one up, this is a tier 1. This one is a tier. All the other ones I've talked about, the bestiary I'd say is like a tier 2. Other ones are kind of quality of life stuff. Damage meter, yeah, I guess that's a tier 1 because everybody wants a damage meter. But this is the first big one, Dominoes. This is Dominoes, right? It's a fully customizable action bar, and if you type /dom, it pulls up the configure bars to be able to configure the whole thing, right? And this might look intimidating. I do have a full video on setting up Dominoes. I'll put that down in the description. It's also on the channel, where you can have all these different action bars. I don't need all these action bars. I put them up on the side. You can hide them, all that stuff. Alerts whenever you get items and rolls, pet action bars, menu and bags. That's how I have them over here. My experience bars down at the bottom, action bar 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way across. And now I have a very clean UI with all of my keybinds right there, and I can just organize this as I go, and it's very beautiful. And once I get to the point where I get higher level and I don't want to see all the stuff, I can use weak auras, and that's another one on the list, to be able to build out my weak auras up here and then not have to see them down here, and I can hide that and have it fade away, and a little bit cleaner of a UI. So Dominoes is absolutely huge. Doom Pulse Cooldown is a very nice add-on for if you don't really know weak auras that well. I have full videos on the channel about weak auras and how to create these types of things. But that is one. It's a nice add-on that does that for you, where it pulses in the center of your screen right here whenever things come up off a cooldown. I'm too low level to show you guys that right now, but whenever you use a cooldown, like, ooh, this cooldown's back. This cooldown's back, and it shows you that in the center of the screen. Doom cooldown pulse. Again, I'll show you the list at the end. 5-second rule is one of my new favorite add-ons. This is tier 2, maybe tier 1. But whenever I cast healing spells, right? So let's say I'm healing, and then you'll see this thing pop up right here, right? When I'm casting, this is going to keep showing me that 5-second. Because if you didn't know, there's a 5-second window between when you cast a spell and when you start regenerating mana. So as soon as it's gone, boom, it's gone. Now I'm starting to regenerate mana. You see my mana coming up? Now. My mana comes up now. And so it does two things. One, when you start casting, and as soon as the cast goes off, it resets that 5-second clock. Because right now, I'm not regenerating mana. Right now, I'm not regenerating mana. You see my bar standing there, nothing's happening. And then, once that 5 seconds is up, it shows you the ticks every 2 seconds or so of how long you get your mana back at each bar. I love it. I put it right next to my mana bar. It looks like it's filling it up. Bloop. Looks like it's filling up like a little gas tank. Boop. And I absolutely love it. It's called 5-second rule. It's amazing. Again, listed at the end. Handy notes is just a nice thing. As you see this town over here, I can see right here, there's a Stillwater fisherman. Oh, there's the mailbox. Oh, there's the shaman trainer. There's the inn. There's the blacksmith, and I can just very easily see on my mini map, and when I pull up my map, it marks everything. Oh, there's a shaman trainer here. Oh, if I click this arrow over here, it brings me over here, and there's an inn over. Oh, wow, this is great, right? So I absolutely love the handy notes situation, but I have handy notes, dungeon locations, and NPCs in Classic. Those are the 3 different handy notes add-ons right there. And then, of course, if you want to play hardcore, there's hardcore. The hardcore add-on looks like this. As soon as you log in, it tells you the general thing of the rules of what's going on, how this whole thing works, the rules about the dungeons. You should verify your account to make sure that you're a legit hardcore. Different rules across the whole thing, different accountability rules, achievements you can unlock, death statistics, all this kind of stuff. Again, I talk about this in depth in my other video that was last week if you're interested in hardcore rules and doing all that stuff. So you obviously need the add-on for that. So there's that. Leatrix Maps is a really great resource of maps as far as being able to label a lot of things in maps. A lot of the cleanness of, normally Fog of War, I wouldn't be able to see a lot of this stuff. I wouldn't see this unless I go there. But now, I've never even been to the Barrens, but I can see the Barrens. Which, maybe, is that cheating? I don't know. So Leatrix Maps is great for that, and Leatrix Plus, as far as being able to move things and just certain quality of life improvements, is a very general, nice add-on to have. And I didn't even do anything to it. I just downloaded it, and I've not messed with it anymore. If I do in the future, I'll make a video on Leatrix Plus. Minimap button is just a nice small little thing right here. I have another add-on for a map, but this minimap button is nice to be able to put all of these different things of the different add-ons I have, dominoes, etc., all in this little collapsible thing. I can move this around wherever I want, and I just like to put it right there. Cool, simple, super simple. Minimap button is what it's called, actually. So there's that. And then Omni CC and CD, that's more so if you're in groups and stuff, you can see the CDs of your group members. So I can't really show you that right now, but that is a solid one. Omni CC and Omni CD to kind of show cooldowns on abilities and numbers on the buttons and stuff. Quartz is actually what I use for a cast bar. So this cast bar right here and the cast bar you see over my target, this is quartz. I like the way it looks, and you can customize as well to your own. I'm out of mana now, but quartz is a great one. It's super easy to customize. I do have a full video on the channel already for quartz and how that works as well. So there's that. Questy is great. Questy is a great little tracker here for your quests and stuff. It color codes it. It has it all there. Whenever you click it, it pulls it up over here and actually lets you see right to it. And you can read it if you want, what the rewards are, all that kind of stuff. So it's a nice little interface right there. Super simple, really small too, a minimal look right to it. And on the map too, it says show questy. If I click this button, it shows all the quest items of what I need. And I just picked up a bunch of quests, and that's a whole bunch of things. So I'm going to hide that for right now so I don't have a panic attack. So there's Questy. Rare Scanner is great because it shows you where a bunch of cool little rares are. And when you're playing Hardcore Classic, I kind of want to go kill those rares and have a chance at some of this loot. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is all terrible loot, you get the idea. The Rare Scanner is pretty nice, and it has an alert that pops up on your screen whenever you're near one, even if you're accidentally near one. So it's pretty sweet. The next one is Rested XP Guide. As you see over up to the here, Rested XP, I was questionable about it. I know a bunch of people shill it online as far as like, oh, join, because honestly, the Rested XP, full transparency, they offer anyone who links anyone to their site, you get a discount, you get a cutback or a kickback of a percentage of what they pay for it. So, of course, people are saying, I'm like, but is it really that great? And I used it in Dragonflight. I used it in I've used it in Classic era now. It's great. It just takes a lot of the mental load of all those quests I just showed you. With all of this stuff, how do I do it? In what order? Oh my God, what's going on here? This is crazy. Like, it just takes a lot of that off your plate and gives you this little arrow you can put wherever you want and just follow the arrow and do your stuff. Play the game. I enjoy killing stuff and using my abilities and leveling up and then doing dungeons and all that kind of stuff. I don't enjoy finding out where quest things are. So this takes that load off there. So there will be a link in the description for Rested XP. Any once you click the link in my description, anything that you go look and get on there, will give a little kickback here to the channel. Appreciate that. But Rest XP is great. I have been thoroughly impressed with how they say to do everything. They do next level things, and it's very simple. And if you ever skip, you just click, oh no, I did that, and then it updates. It's absolutely amazing. And I ultimately hate leveling, and it makes leveling actually more enjoyable, if not fun, to not have to worry about that. And now I can just go kill stuff. So it's absolutely great. Next one is Sexy Maps. You see this map up here in the corner? Looks pretty sexy, you know what I'm saying? It's a clean, nice little square. I do have a whole video on Sexy Maps as well, but Sexy Maps is a really cool one to be able to kind of clean up your map, make it bigger, put it in different spots, customize it to your character, whatever. Shadowed unit frames is what you see. This is right here. Shadowed unit frames are all of these frames. If you type /SUF, it pulls up shadowed unit frames, and I can unlock all the frames, and you can see where everything's at. I put all the raid frames and PvP stuff over here because in classic hardcore I'm not going to be doing that, but I can customize my party, their pets and stuff, where all this goes, my pet, my health bar. I love to have in the center. You can put it back up. You can put them wherever you want. You can adjust the size and width. It's all super simple. I do have a full video on shadowed unit frames as well. And I have my target over here and focus target and all that kind of stuff. And I can lock them up, and then now we're back to a clean, simple, there's my health bar. Done, right? And that 100% percentage, you can also see it very clean right there. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It's maybe one of my favorite add-ons. Tier 1 as well. And I'll talk about all the tiers whenever I do the list down at the end of the video. Speedy auto loot is a great one. Whenever you loot and kill something, I'll kill something right now to show it. Speedy auto loot automatically, like very, very quickly, more so than ever before that I've seen, lets you be able to loot something stupid fast to where, oh no, here we go. Let's see if I can kill this thing live for you guys. But whenever you loot something, it actually loots it really quick and automatically. I was actually running with a friend of mine, and we were both, oh my god, what level is this thing? Oh, it's level 6. Okay, I was like, am I gonna die in the video? Oh, you saw that? Did you see that? Just then, there was a big pulse that came up right here on the screen. That's Doom cooldown pulse, showing the cooldown right there. So there's that. And I also looted, and that happened very quickly. So it instantly loots, and it like cheats the system and loots very quickly. I was playing with a friend of mine who didn't have that, and I was able to loot every single body right before him every time. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I have an add-on. And then the last ones here are threat plates. As you also saw with this whole wolf situation, the health bar is above the enemies. I love threat plates. I do have a full video on threat plates as well, and I'm going to also show you the Doom cooldown pulse timer thing here as well. So on this wolf, you're going to see whenever he gets closer, you can set the range up for how like that health bar. The little red around it on the outsides means he's aggroed onto me, which is not good because I am not a tank, even though I am going to be a shaman tank. And then I can kill this thing, and then the health. And this little loot icon also shows up because I have a quest item for them. So I love the health add-on. Wait, come on! Oh my god, I resisted again. What's going on? This thing has 1 hit point. All right, there we go. So you're going to see also here, see that right there? That is the pulse cooldown from the Earth Shock that just comes up. And looting is wildly fast. So there we go. And that's threat plates. I do have that full video for that as well. And also, all of these add-ons and all these things and all these different profiles, I have all of this linked on my Patreon. On my Patreon, I have weak aura add-ons. I have all this different stuff. Any sort of thing that I can grab some sort of export to, I give my patrons to help support what I do here as well, and be able to keep this thing rolling and letting me make y'all resources and whatnot. Because I am going to have my Shaman UI for Classic up there and all that kind of stuff. And then speaking of weak auras is the next one. I do not have any weak auras on here, but I do have 3 or so videos on weak auras as far as the things that you can pop up and create your own weak auras and stuff like that. Now, again, on Classic, I have not made anything for the Shaman because I'm level 6, and I don't really need weak auras at level 6, as you can see. And then the final one, and this one might be a sleeper here as far as this goes, but when you open your talents, and like in Classic, it's like really annoying to like, oh, what do I get next level? And then you go to the trainer, and there's this big wall of all these things you get. What's training adds a little button down here, and it shows you everything you get at every level from 1 to 60 of what and when you get each thing at what rank. And I know now at 8th level, coming soon, 8th level, I get all this stuff. Oh baby, look at that, I'm excited. And then level 10, ooh, and then level 12, ooh, and then when do I get oh, okay, it's level 50 when I get whatever, right? So that's how that whole thing works. And there's the big picture of everything all in one. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that helps. But like I said, I want to show you guys the actual. Here is CurseForge. This is what I use. It's an app to be able to, or a program that you can download on your computer to be able to run this thing. And from the top, I get an update. And this is another beautiful feature. Update all. And then it just updates everything for you. Super efficient. But here's the list I'm going to scroll through right now so you can see all of it. And you can see the names to type in for each of these. And I'll do the tier 1 situation. So Atlas Loot, tier 3, it's okay. Bagnon, tier 3, quality of life stuff. Classic Bestiary will help you stay alive and give you some information. Tier 2 is pretty cool. Deadly Moss Bots, tier 3, you could use it without. Damage Meter, tier 1. Details, come on. Dominoes, tier 1, super amazing. One of my favorite add-ons. Doom Cooldown Pulse is probably a 2 if you don't know how to use weak chorus, or a 3 if you do. 5-second rule, I'm saying tier 1. It's just so cool, especially if you have used mana in any way. Handy notes, tier 2, nice little quality of life thing. Hardcore is only a must-have if you're going to play hardcore. Leatrix maps and Leatrix Plus, just quality of life stuff again. Minimap button bag, quality of life, super nice. Omni CC, Omni CD, I could literally delete these right now and it wouldn't matter to me, except for the Omni CD. That is nice to be able to see the CDs on there. So yeah, tier 3. Quartz, tier 2 or higher. I love the cast bar. It's very important. Cast bars in general are very important, especially if you use add-ons to Sculpture UI. You're going to need some sort of thing to be able to change your cast bar if you're moving stuff around. So I would say, maybe that's tier 1. Who knows? Questy is nice to help you quest, but then really Rested XP Guide is the number 1 thing for that. Rare Scanner, tier 3, but it's just nice for rares. Sexy Maps, tier 2, super clean. Shadow Unit Frames and Threat Plates, both tier 1. Speedy Auto Loot is just real nice, tier 2. Weak Auras are going to be tier 1. It's the best. It's the most impactful add-on you possibly could get and learn. So it's tier 1, but I'm only level 6, so it's whatever. And then What's Training is just tier 2. It's super nice and super clean. So there's the big picture. I hope that has helped with your add-on journey, macro journey, all this kind of stuff. I got lots of other stuff on the channel, and stay tuned on live streams where I'm going to be tanking as a shaman, and we'll see how that goes. So later, y'all. Peace.